NeighborWorks Waco would like to begin by thanking our sponsors who made this virtual meeting possible. Our platinum sponsors are Bancorp South, Clayton Homes, Waco 2, TFMB, Your Bank for Life. Our gold sponsors include American Bank, Blackstone Title, Syntex Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, City of Lacey Lakeview, Community Bank and Trust, First National Bank of Central Texas, Kelly's Cabinets, McAdams & Son Roofing, Patillo Brown & Hill, LLP. Silver sponsors are Clark Heating and Air Conditioning and Philip and Aaron Prince. Our bronze sponsors are Cultural Arts of Waco, Design Superstore, Donald Lynn Attorney at Law, Golden Home Inspection, Gross Yowl, InSource Benefits Group, LLC, Linda McDonald Apex Realtor, Merrill Lynch Harris Springer Partnership, Morgan & Sons Electric, Terry's Lawn Service, Texas Central Title, and Waco Housing Authority. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to our annual banquet video. We've been building new homes in Waco for just over 20 years. We started by developing a subdivision in East Waco called PECAN Valley. PECAN Valley consists of 18 lots. We've already built on 17 of these lots. These are beautiful all brick homes with single car garages. We're still holding that one lot just for the right family to purchase their first home. In 2004, we started working on a development, a 45 lot development in South Waco that we called Country Place. Now Country Place was across LaSalle from where we built before, but a beautiful tract that happened to be a rock quarry as we bought it and took it over and developed it into 45 beautiful home sites. Now this is a development that was a garden home development that we were designing for seniors to buy and live in. And as we were in the process of building our first homes, we quickly discovered that the seniors were moving out of the 3rd and 4th and 5th Street areas of South Waco, and the Baylor students were starting to move in. So this development was completed by an investor who built student housing, but it turned out to be a beautiful neighborhood for students. And of the 5 homes we built, 45 total homes in this garden home community right adjacent to the Oakwood Cemetery in South Waco. One of our newer developments has been the Legacy Square developments. And this is a development on Turner and Hood Street in East Waco across from what was then the East Waco Park. And we have built, it's a 12 lot subdivision, and we have built 11 of the 12 homes now in that subdivision. Again, we're saving that one last lot for just the right family to purchase their first home. But this was where the R.L. Smith School was built back in the early 1900s. And that school got into some serious dilapidation. City of Waco had it bulldozed and demolished, and we were able to purchase that block, the entire block, a few years ago and develop it with these beautiful homes. Our latest development is what we call Belmont Village. And this is our first duplex subdivision. We'll be building 27 duplexes, 54 total units in this beautiful new duplex home subdivision in South Waco with 27 duplexes, 54 total units. It'll have beautiful green space for recreation and for enjoyment of the families who will be living in this property.
Hi, I am DELISA Burnell Smith, Vice President and COO of the organization. My chief role is overseeing the operations of the organization, and specifically the lending department. Our clients become customers for life as we stay with them for the long haul to ensure that they are successful.
And if you take the time to sit down and talk with Ms. DELISA and her staff, your whole world can change. And it changes for the better. Changes for the better, because who doesn't want to be a homeowner? Who doesn't want a home where your niece, nephews, kids, whatever, grow up in and have memories in? Who doesn't want those for their family? They're going to tell you where you need to begin. They're not going to tell you no. No is not an option. I personally went from a efficiency, my first apartment was an efficiency apartment where I shared the restroom with the rest of the tenants. I went to a garage apartment to a regular apartment. Apartments didn't work for me, so we went to duplex, and then from a duplex to a house, always being renter. And now we went from a renter's standpoint to a homeowner standpoint. And it is for any and everybody who wants it.
We called NeighborWorks. They met us out there the first time in the rain, downpour, but the lady was just extremely nice, answered all our questions. And so we went home, thought about it, and moved in. And I must say that the main reason we left the other place was maintenance problems. And I can't say enough for Calvin and the team over here at NeighborWorks, because they have been very responsive to our needs. They have helped us every way we need to be helped, and I just can't say enough about it.
Hi, my name is Dylan. My wife and I bought our house with NeighborWorks in 2019, so it's been about 1 year. We learned about NeighborWorks first several years ago before we moved to Lubbock. When we came back into town, NeighborWorks was one of the first places we stopped to start looking for where we wanted to plant our roots here in Waco. We wanted to be in the at least walkable to downtown Waco, but we also wanted a yard and neighbors and community and people who were going to be invested next to us and get to know them in the long run. Yes, after deciding that we wanted to work with NeighborWorks, we wanted to build a house and have a home. We continued just to meet with the team and go over the financial side of things, getting approved for a loan, just kind of checking off those boxes about financial literacy and making sure that our finances were in order for us to be good, thriving homeowners. Through just the guidance of the team here at NeighborWorks, all that stuff worked out really well, and it was fairly simple. We would certainly do it again with NeighborWorks. And
my name is Spike Burtz.
My name is Noelle Forlini Burtz.
We are part of the professional poor. We've been in school forever, and we have unlimited amounts of student debt, and we honestly thought that homeownership was impossible. But we found out through NeighborWorks that we were able to actually buy a house.
Not just the financial assistance was a huge part of this whole thing with NeighborWorks, but also just the logistics of buying a house was really daunting. I think that was the hardest part of the whole thing in my mind. Just what does it mean to get a loan? What does it mean to get an inspection? What does it mean to do all the things that you have to do before actually saying yes to buying a house? So the education piece of this was tremendously helpful for me.
We learned more than we could possibly ever learn anywhere else. And without NeighborWorks, we absolutely would not have a house today. So thank you, NeighborWorks.
NeighborWorks Waco is proud to announce that we've been chosen as a charity champion for the next year. Here to explain a little more about that is TFMB, Your Bank for Life's Jason Lavender.
So my name is Jason Lavender, TFNB, Your Bank for Life, and I am the Director of Strategic Initiatives and Business Development. NeighborWorks was selected as a 2020 Charity Champion for a lot of reasons. We have hundreds of nominations that come in each year, but then our employees actually vote. NeighborWorks was unanimous in the election of the employees. And I think that really comes in part to so many different ways that your organization helps the community. You know, there are a lot of nonprofits out there that really kind of meet just one need or have one specific thing that they gravitate towards within the community. And I think NeighborWorks has so many different ways that you guys work within the community, a lot of which the community isn't even aware of. So NeighborWorks, you guys are very deserving of this. We are very glad to be involved and help support those community efforts.
Helping those who help others. That's the mission of Charity Champions, a program designed to support nonprofits in Central Texas. Charity Champions started in 2014 to celebrate TFNB Your Bank for Life's 125th anniversary. Every year, the bank chooses 6 nonprofits to recognize. The community nominates their favorites, and then TFNB employees vote. Champions get a marketing awareness campaign, leadership training, and a team of interns at no charge to the organization. It starts with recognition at Baylor University home football and basketball games for each champion. Before their on-field appearance, champions are featured on local news, as well as on the Baylor Game Day pregame show.
The day that we went on Julie Hayes' show, we had like 1,000 more visitors to our website that night. It's definitely elevated our message. It's also just made more people in the community aware of our mission and how they could be a part of it.
John Morris, voice of the Baylor Bears, also interviews them on ESPN Radio. Once on the field, thousands of fans learn about the champion, while a TFNB-produced feature about their charity plays on the big screen. Each champion is also featured on their own episode of the Charity Champions podcast. Starting in January, champions also get world-class leadership development training from local consulting firm 360 Solutions.
I think this kind of learning opportunity is something that will change our trajectory, not something that we would have been able to create on our own as a really small, young nonprofit.
We have a lot of friends in for-profit companies who pay thousands of dollars to travel all over the country and do these 3-day workshops, and I think the convenience as well as the expertise is really invaluable.
Finally, champions get access to a team of marketing and grant writing interns from Baylor University. These interns help bolster each champion's marketing and fundraising efforts. In 2019 alone, more than 130,000 people saw our champions on local newscasts. 45,000 people heard them on the radio. More than 300,000 people saw our champions at Baylor football games. Nearly 48,000 fans heard about our champions at Baylor basketball games. And finally, almost 8,500 people listened to our champions on the Charity Champions podcast. 6 years, 36 champions, and we are just getting started. Learn more at charitychampions.org.
Typically, during our annual meeting, NeighborWorks Waco's board chair stands up and presents 3 awards that we have the honor of bestowing every year. Here to do that for you this year, during our virtual meeting, is our board chair, Delfina Velasquez.
My name is Delfina Velasquez, and I am board chair of NeighborWorks Waco. This person has been instrumental in the enactment of special lending programs for the low moderate income families. She has assisted many families in purchasing their first home, education, to the home buying process. This year's board member of the year goes to Cynthia Hernandez. This person has been very involved in the East Waco community. She has been ambassador for the Central Texas American Chamber for many years. She's involved in the community garden projects in the East Waco community, where she continues to change the lives of low moderate income families. This year, volunteer of the award goes to Linda Weaver. This person has been very involved in shaping the lives of young folks. She served for various boards and community at WISD. As the NAACP president, she was instrumental in launching a voters involvement education registration program. She's also a member of the local Delta Sigma Theta sorority. This year's Wilbur Austin's Good Neighbor Award goes out to Dr. Peaches Henry.
So we're proud of the work that we do in educating our families to make them long-term successful in their home ownership endeavor.
NeighborWorks home ownership done the right way.
NeighborWorks Waco, home ownership the right way.
NeighborWorks Waco, home ownership the right way.
NeighborWorks Waco, home ownership the right way.